Hello everyone, I Shivani Sharma here. Welcome you all again in the world of virtual learning. So today in this video students we are going to discuss a new chapter of class 8, that is chapter 9, reproduction in animals. So before starting the chapter reproduction in animals, I want to give the introduction about this chapter. Students, in this chapter we will study about the how reproduction takes place, types of reproduction, and various techniques for the reproduction. Okay, so first of all, what is reproduction? Students, you studied in lower classes about the various processes that occurs in our body, like respiration, digestion, circulation. One of them is the reproduction. Okay, as we know that all living beings live for a certain period of time and then die, right? And this reduces the number of individuals in the community, right? But this reduced number can restored by the addition of the new individuals through the process called reproduction. So what is reproduction? The production of new individuals by their parents is known as reproduction, because it's one of the important process or important characteristics of the living organisms. It's essential for the survival of the species on the earth. If will be no reproduction, then there will be no survival of species on the earth. Okay, it ensures the continuity of life on earth. So in this chapter we will study how reproduction takes place in animals, their modes and their types. Okay, so first we will discuss about the modes of reproduction. Students, there are two modes of reproduction. One is the sexual mode of reproduction and second one is the asexual mode of reproduction. Okay, sexual reproduction is the production of new animals by existing two parents by the fusion of their gametes is called sexual reproduction. It involves the fusion of male and female gamete, which leads to the formation of a zygote that develops into a new individual. Frogs, fish, cow, dogs, horses, human being reproduced by the sexual reproduction. And asexual reproduction is the production of new animals by a single parents without any involvement of gametes. मीन्स इसमें कोई भी गैमीट्स नहीं इन्वॉल्व होते हैं एज इन सेक्शुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. No fusion of the gametes are involved. Zygotes are not formed in sexual reproduction. The young one produced are the exact copies of their parents. For example, like amoeba, yeast, hydra, reproduced by the asexual mode of reproduction. Okay, students. So first we will study in details about the sexual reproduction. Students, most of the animals reproduced by the sexual reproduction. As I told you, in sexual reproduction two parents are involved. Here you can see in the picture, when one is the female and second one is the male are involved. Okay, they have different reproductive organs. The adult male produces male gametes called sperm, and the adult female produces the female gamete, that is ovum or egg, we can say. Okay, as in 7th class we had studied about the reproduction in plants, right? The plants are also have the male and the female reproductive parts, right? Like the flower have female reproductive part, that is the pistil, and the male reproductive part is stamen, right? Anthers are the male reproductive gametes. So same here in reproduction in animals, there are two types of gametes. One is the male gamete, that is sperm, and the female gamete, that is egg. And due to the fusion of these gametes, the production of new individual takes place, which involves a fusion of the male and female gametes, or we can say that is called the sexual reproduction. Okay, so before starting this, I want to discuss about the reproductive organs of the male and female. As I told you that we involve two systems, that is male and the female, and their reproductive parts. So first we will study about the male reproductive parts. The male reproductive organs include a pair of testes, two sperm ducts, and a penis. Students, in the slide you will see only the highlighted one. A man has two testes. These are oval in shape. They lie small muscular pouch called scrotum outside the abdominal cavity. Scrotum act as a thermoregulator and keep the temperature of the testes about 1 to 3 degree or lower than the body temperature, which is necessary for the production of sperm. As you know, test is the site where the production of the sperms takes place. Okay, and also produce the male sex hormone, that is the testosterone. that help in the formation of the sperms. Here is a picture of male gamete students. On the slide you can see the sperm has the three parts, that is head, middle piece and the tail. Each and every part is having its own function, but we will here discuss about the tail function. The tail help in the locomotion, help in the easy movement of the sperm to reach the site of the fertilization. Again come to the first slide. After that we are having the spermatic duct, that is also called the vas deferens. Okay, it's a narrow duct which starts from the testes and joins the urethra. It carries sperm to the urethra by the muscular action of the walls. Okay, sperms carry करती है, जो spermatic duct है उसको testis से उसके urethra तक लेके जाती है. Okay, next part is the urethra. It's a long tube that arises from the urinary bladder to carry the urine. It runs through the penis and opens to the outside through male genital pore. Okay, the urethra carries the urine from the bladder as well as semen from the spermatic duct through the penis. Okay, penis is a long thick muscular organ. It injects the sperm into the vagina of the female. Okay, so this is all about the male reproductive part. Next we are having the female reproductive part. The female reproductive system consists of a pair of ovary, which you can see in the slide, which is sky blue in color, and finger-like projections which we call the fimbriae. Okay, and next we are having the oviducts, or we can say the fallopian tubes, that is the site of fertilization. And next is the ureters. Okay, first of all we'll study about ovaries. The woman has two ovaries present in the abdominal cavity just below the kidney. Okay, the function of ovary is to make female gametes called ova or eggs, and also secrete the female sex hormones, that is estrogen and progesterone. At puberty age, the female ovary starts producing the eggs which that is required for the fertilization. A single matured egg is released every month in female body. Next is the fallopian tube, or we can say oviduct. Okay, fallopian tube is a thin coiled muscular tube which is funnel shaped, opening near the ovaries. Here you can see in the picture, it joined to the uterus. The ovum released by an ovary goes into the fallopian tube through its funnel shaped opening. When egg is released from the ovary, it enters to the oviduct. Okay, the fertilization of the egg takes place in the fallopian tube. Okay, next is the uterus, which is called womb. The two fallopian tubes connect to a bag-like organ called uterus. You can see in the picture. The growth and the development of the fertilized egg takes place in the uterus, students. Okay, so it's all about the female reproductive organ. Next I'm having the female gamete, that is ova. It's a structure of the ova that includes the nucleus, corona radiata and cytoplasm inside it. Okay, so the next step in the in the reproduction process is the fertilization. Now what is fertilization? The fusion of the sperm and the ovum. Okay, when sperm come in contact with an egg, one of the sperm may fuse with the egg. Okay, such fusion of egg and the sperm is called fertilization, students. Okay, during the fertilization, the nuclei of the sperm and the egg fuses together, and that leads to the formation of a fertilized egg, or we can say zygote. Okay, there are two types of fertilizations. One is the internal fertilization that takes place inside the body, and one of them is the external fertilization that takes place in the aquatic animals, when the fertilization takes place externally. Internal fertilization occurs in many animals including human, cow, dog and hen, and external fertilization takes place like fish, starfishes, that is aquatic animals. Okay.